Well, I do offer you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And of course, some of us might actually be sort of sick of seeing it around. I don't know. I don't ever get sick of seeing it. I posted a picture of our Christmas tree, which is still up in our house, the other day on Facebook. And I wrote about, that taking it down. I said, it's about to go. Celebrating Epiphany, which is today, removes the festive and introduces the stark reality of the need for the light of justice unleashed upon the world. So you see, it's no longer a time, I guess, of festivity, although we can be festive any time of the year. But now it comes down to where the rubber meets the road. It's time to perhaps put aside those festivities, those maybe sometimes even just the warm feelings, or maybe not set aside the warm feelings, but put them inside and allow them to hopefully stir us, move us, to call us to action, that what all of this hubbub is really all about. It's a wonderful time to celebrate the birth of Jesus. But we need to remember that the reason he came and the reason we celebrate his presence is the fact that his whole life was given to bringing light. Not that there was not light in the world before him. There was plenty of light. There certainly was. There were people who came before him. He was one of many prophets, of course, in Judaism. The many who went before him, many who did things very similar to him. They were lights along the way. We as Christians, though, believe that he was the ultimate, the one who came to tie up the loose ends, to answer the question of when this special one was about to come. And so for us, we believe that Jesus was that one, and that today we're to carry on who he was and how he was. So, that's the reason why we have all the lights that are surrounding us in different ways. So that's why today, at the end of the service, I'm going to reintroduce one more time the symbolic light going back out into the world, being you. You are that light. And we need to rest that for ourselves and know that we are now called to do something. And again, I'll say, it's not as if we haven't done anything already. You have done that. But it takes encouragement. It takes reminding. It takes the recalling of hopefulness. And that's why we do celebrate Christmas each and every year. It's not just once every so many years, or it's not just once in a great, great while. It's something that we need to have because you know how your life can drag on you. You know how disappointments can come before you and how they can discourage you at times. It's so plainly clear in everyone's lives. So we have these moments to look back upon, these moments of light and celebration, of festivities. We have these moments of gathering with our families and having fun and remembering pasts and setting up the possibility for futures as well. These are moments that we take hope and we live it out. So, it's interesting then that today is really the moment of celebration in some places. Of course, this is Christmas Day instead of the Christmas Day that we celebrated. This is the day when the gifts were brought, when the three wise men came from the east and they brought the gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh, and they gave them to Jesus. The 12th day of Christmas. That's why we're going to have some fun and sing that at the end of worship. It's strange because it seems like, oh gosh, well, didn't we already do this? Didn't we already do this? Well, just like I think maybe when a baby turns 1 year old, we get to say, oh yes, the baby's 1. But you know what? it's less exciting, or maybe it is exciting. It's exciting, I want to tell you. It's exciting when somebody tells me they're going to turn 80, okay? That's exciting. That is wonderful, okay? Because we did get to celebrate number 80, right? Of course. But you know, it's funny because it's that time up until the celebration of that birthday that, you know, we say, like for the child, they're not yet one, right? And, you know, gratefully for a person who is turning 80, they are not yet 80 because, you know, once you pass 80, you're no longer 80. You're on your way to 81, right? Right, exactly. Well, for Jesus' birth, you know, for Jesus' I know, someone's moaning back there, I'm sorry. For Jesus' birth, we know that special time came. But it's strange because his celebration of his birth really didn't get to happen until 12 days later. You know, it's that special time, so it's almost like there's this delay. And that's okay if there's a delay. It's okay because in that intervening time is when you get to live in the mystery and the wonder of that moment up until that moment. And so that is what our whole year should be about then. It is not that the birthday happens and then we don't think about it for the rest of the year. That intervening time between now and December 25th, okay? How many days is it till December 25th? Anybody know? Figure, I don't know. I don't know what it is. 12 minus 365 probably, right? Something like that. Or 365 minus 12. We're not in the negative here. So we have this intervening time when we take the festivity that we shared prior to and of the day of, and we turn it from within into this, instead of receiving this light, it is now our chance to bust out that light from ourselves. It is that intervening time when we become the hope, when we become the ones who are going to bring justice to the world. When Jesus was born, the people supposedly foretold of the fact that he was bringing light to the world. And so this wondrous event occurred, okay? So now, for you and I, we are pregnant again. We are pregnant again with the hope of Jesus. So from this time until December the 25th, it is our opportunity. It's not our responsibility. It's not our obligation. It is our opportunity to be the pregnancy or to live the pregnancy of Jesus. So how do we do that? We take what we've been given. And folks, you and I, especially, I know you've had hard times in your life, but you and I have been given so much. Despite the things when we know we've had sorrow, we know we've had pain, we know we have had loss. And yet, here we are, upright. Here we are, with fullness. Here we are, with an enormous amount of hope that is within, the energy of life. And it is our opportunity now to turn it out into the world and bring the light of justice everywhere we go. This is what our calling is. This is who we need to be. We can't just sit around and wait for the next thing to come, the next thing to be given to us, the next present to be given to us. All right? So I hope that as we celebrate, we're going to celebrate the gift again. We're getting another gift again. We're getting the gift of communion, the moment when we can turn introspectively, like we do time and time again, about the gift of love. We get it in the communion. And we get the gift of the beauty of stopping for just a moment to remember the wonderful times, not only the feelings, but the opportunities that were given to us in the celebration of Jesus' coming, when we hold up the light and we recognize it. Let's not hold up our candle and not recognize the opportunity that it is giving to us. Let us take with great reverence this idea of light being passed to us so that we can change the world. Now, we may not become someone big and famous, right? I don't know. That happens to people. I'm sure some people have no clue how it happened. But you will be meaningful and you will be important to the people who you meet this year. I call upon you to reorganize your hopes for the upcoming year. Reorganize them in a way that you're gonna shine bright, that you're going to do something this year you never thought possible. You're gonna go out into the world and you're gonna be the Christ light. So when these candles are no longer shining, there's gonna be a fire inside of you, that the Holy Spirit is going to take over you this year. And you're going to do wondrous things that you never thought possible. They're going to be given to you. They're going to just sort of fall right at your feet. And when you see them, I want you to recognize, this is my chance. This is my chance to make a difference, to change someone's life, to change my life. To say, oh no, not to say, oh no, that's somebody else's turn, or it's somebody else's job, or I'm not up to it. You're up to it. I promise you, you are up to it. I know everyone in this room, every single one of you, and I know of your gifts, I know of your abilities, I know your weaknesses. I most of all know, however, how strong and how able you are. And I call upon that. I call on you to shine far brighter than any of these lights that are surrounding us. So take in that candlelight today. Shine throughout the year. And let that pregnancy live within you. Let that hope and that desire to let it out. Let it out. Do not hold back. That's our message for today, because we've been given that gift. How could we let it go now? I pray that you never let it go. I pray that it be your mission. You don't even have to tell anyone. They can just sort of see it happening. And we're going to see it happening in you. We're going to see it happening in our church. Hey, listen, we're getting unwrapped. It's like a gift, right? We're getting unwrapped. What if this year was the most remarkable year for this church, because it is seen anew. It is seen fresh. It is seen as a beacon for hope in the world. You can do it. You have in the past. So I pray, friends, I pray that you let that unwrapping be something special. So friends, may the Lord be with you. Let us